Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about how to disassemble your bike and then reassemble it again. So if you're going to fly to a race, you don't have to pay a mechanic to do it for you. This can save you a lot of money and it's not that difficult to do. My bike is a Cervelo P2C and I have a big black hard case. So for me to unpack it, I only have to do 4 things, and 3 of those things are pretty easy. Actually very, very simple. And the last thing, it's not difficult, but it's just like a little tiny bit tricky. So it's actually not that hard to do. And then plus, once you get to the race venue, you can always go to one of the local bike shops and just ask them to take it a quick once over. Of course, because I want to do this, one of my cats is on here. The lid is off and those are my race wheels. Okay, and as you can see, here's all my stuff. And I had the brilliant idea at the time that I would cut up an old towel and use it to sort of protect the frame. Well, I neglected to realize that when I cut the towel, all those little billions of white little things, they get everywhere. So that wasn't a good idea. I should have used bubble wrap or something, but what can I say? I'm not perfect. So the first thing that you do is you're going to undo these straps. There's 2 straps on either side. And I've just fed this in and around the bike itself just to hold it down securely. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen them. Oh, get out of there. See, there's lots of room in here. I had packed my bike pump in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take out all the stuff that doesn't belong to the bike, the helmet and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I've gone ahead and removed everything except the bike and this lovely piece of paper that shows that customs went ahead and opened my box and rifled through it. I can get rid of that. So remember I said there was 4 things that I need to do with a Cervelo P2C to disassemble it and then reassemble it to fit it in that particular bike box. Well, the first thing, or it could be the second thing, it's very, very easy though, is to remove your seat post. This is super easy. You just unscrew the little bolt thingies, I don't even know what they're called, and take it off. So one thing to keep in mind when you're unscrewing it or when you're tightening it back on, it's not like your particular, oh, I'm just gonna screw one all the way and then screw the other one all the way. Because this is carbon, you want to do things by small increments, and you want to have both, ideally have both little screw thingies going in at the same time. So in order to achieve that as close to that as possible, you just tighten it, you know, with your tools. You'll just say like go half a turn on one, and then you go to the other one and do a half a turn on that one. And you know, you continue to do that until you reach the desired tension. Now, what tools do you need to do this? My bike guru Gord gave me this to take the pedals off, and it's lightweight as opposed to, I guess, regular ones. Now it says 15 millimeters. And when I go to take off my pedals, he gave me a really good trick to remember which way to do it. You don't think righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, because the pedals it's screwed up because one is opposite or whatever. So what you think is when you're going to remove them, you put this and then you do it to the back of the bike. So I find I can't muscle my way through it because it's on. You want your pedals to be on tight so they don't come off on your cleats, which has happened to me before. I actually get a mallet, and so I put that on the pedal and I hammer this down until it gets some give, and then you know you can take it off and then you can remove your pedal. When you go to reassemble it, you think of turning this to the front of your bike. So it doesn't matter whichever side of the bike you're putting the pedal on, you just think, I've got to put this to the front of the bike. Now the second tool is this little thing. You know, I got it folds up really easy. I can fit it into my bento box if I want. Now there's another tool, and it's a torque wrench. So I never knew what this was. Before I left for my last race, my bike guru Gord he taught me how to take apart my bike and reassemble it, and we did it twice. He has this torque wrench. So what it is, it's this silver handle thing, and it's got like these heads on it that you can put on, but they're marked in increments all the way down the barrel of it. the precise measurement of force. So I think the seat is 4 newtons. We'll get to that. So because it's the carbon seat post, you want to have enough pressure onto it to hold the seat post in place, but you don't want to put too much on that it's going to crack the carbon, because then you're hooped. So by using this, you really have no idea how much pressure you're going to be putting onto it. Wrench. You literally dial in what the pressure is going to be, and as you are doing that, when it reaches the exact tension so you can't go over it, it does this click click. And so you can't go anymore, so you know that that is the appropriate tension that you want. Looking at this, you're thinking, where do I start? The last thing that is sort of tricky is this thing. Like it's flopping around. That's just to get it to prop it up. I put the wheels on first, so I'm going to go ahead and mount my wheels.